Here is the sign for person. Now you're thinking, why do we need to know the sign for person when we're focusing on jobs and occupation signs in American Sign Language? Well, I will explain in a moment, but first let's make sure we know how to sign person. It's going to be very important. Okay, so we're going to use both hands. The hand shapes are the same for both hands. This is the hand shape, okay? So you have open, now tighten it up. Thumb alongside, okay? Like that. Now take these, put them here like a little box, all right? So they're facing each other, the palms are facing in, okay? When we make the sign, we start up and we go down, all right? So it looks like this, person, person. From the side, person, other side, person. And it's just kind of like we're making the sides of a box, person. Okay, so you're thinking, well, why, once again, do we need to learn person? Well, it's very important, okay? Let me show you something. Okay, so if we wanted to sign teacher, it would look something like this. So literally, it's teach plus person equals teacher. So we have two signs. We'll have teach, and then we have person. Okay, so we have teach, the verb, and then we have person. So together, that is teacher. That's why it's so important to learn person, because we're going to go over all of these signs, right? All of these occupation signs, these job signs in sign language. And of these signs, the ones in blue will end with person. It's kind of like the doer, the person who is doing whatever. So if we were talking about teach, person is the one who's teaching, right? They're the ones who's doing the action. Sometimes they call it the agent, all right? The agent, the person who's doing the teaching, right? So teach agent or teacher, or the teach person, the person who's doing it. Okay, once again, these are the signs we're going to learn. Lots. And of those, the blue ones will end, they'll have their own unique sign, and then they'll all end in person. Okay, so their sign and then person. And the ones in black, they have their own unique sign and they do not end in person. You notice how many more blue ones there are than black ones? So it's very important to know how to sign person. Okay, let's take a look. Once again, hand shapes like this. Hands here, palms facing to each other, right? Kind of parallel. Now start a little bit higher and go down. And then you end right here. So it looks like this, person. All right, let's do it 3 times from the rest position. I say the rest position because if you ever watch sign language interpreters, when they're not signing, their hands are hanging out around here because they need to be ready so they can start to sign when they need to. Okay, so let's sign person 3 times together from the rest position, all right? Sign with me. Here we go. Person, person, person. All right, so we talked about the sign for person, which is going to be extremely useful when we're talking about occupational signs or job signs in American Sign Language. Okay, this was the sign for person. Holy moly, it's Group 1 vocab. All right, so these are the signs that we'll be learning in this part. All right, we're going to learn accountant, actor, athlete, carpenter, cashier, chef, chiropractor, comedian, dentist, and doctor. Okay, let's jump in. Let's do it. Here is the sign for accountant. All right, so we have 2 parts. First part is count. Second part is person. Okay, so for the first one, I'm right-handed, so my non-dominant hand, my left hand, I'm going to make a platform. This is the hand shape, all right? Tighten up, make a platform. Just leave it flat there, okay? Flat there, all right? With your dominant hand, take your thumb and your index finger and pinch them together, just in the shape of an F. Aha! Like A, B, C, D, E, F, F. Okay, we're going to take the tip, put it on our platform in the back part. Now just slide it forward, okay? Count. From the side, count. From the other side, count. Okay, so it's going to be count person. 2 steps for accountant. Accountant or accountant. Okay, let's do it 3 times from the rest position. Sign with me. Here we go. Let's sign accountant. 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 All right, so once again, 2 parts. The first part is like this, all right? Like this. Start at the back, go forward, right? So make that sign and then go like this. Okay, so all together, accountant. Here is a sign for actor. Okay, so the hand shapes for the first part, because you noticed it ends in person. So for the first part, we're going to be using the letters A, like A, B, C in the alphabet. A, how do you make an A? Put your fingers down, keep your thumb alongside. There you go, we have an A. Now turn them in. We're going to use both hands, all right? So have it so the knuckles are kind of facing upward a little bit. Now we're going to make reverse circles towards our chest, all right? Just a few circles, and then we go down to person, all right? So it looks like this, all right? From the side, okay, you notice how they're alternating circles? I'm not going like this. It's not like this. It's like this, all right? Kind of like a reverse bicycle. I guess we're pedaling in reverse, all right? And it's kind of quick. It's not a slow motion. It's like, all right? Actor. From this side. Okay, so a couple circles. How many exactly? Just a couple, all right? Actor. All right, let's do it 3 times from the rest position. Sign with me. Here we go. Actor. 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 Okay, this is also the sign for actress. Okay, so it's a gender neutral sign. No matter what your gender is, the sign's going to be the same. Okay, so actor, actress. All right, one thing, the tips of my thumbs are not touching my chest. They're just kind of making motions in front. All right, so this is actually the sign for a theater, a play, something in the theater, something like that. Okay, so we have actor. All right, once again, A, hand shape, backwards bicycle motion, and then person. Actor. All right, good. Here is the sign for athlete. Okay, so you notice how it ends in person, all right? Literally, it's compete, person, all right? So the person who is competing. So this is the sign for compete, the verb to compete, all right? So athlete. All right, so the second part, no problem. We know how to make person. All right, now when we do compete, the first part of athlete, our hand shapes are going to be like this. Bring the knuckles together. They're not touching. They're not going to touch at all, just close. All right, now we're going to go back and forth. All right, go back and forth with the thumbs, rotating, twisting. All right, now we're not moving together. It's not like this. It's like this. All right, okay, other side, like this. Kind of like they're racing, they're neck and neck. Someone's in front, then the other one's in front. They're going back and forth, right? So it's going to be quick, all right? It's not a slow sign. It would look something like this. Athlete, all right? Athlete. From the side. Other side. Athlete. All right, let's sign athlete 3 times from the rest position. Here we go. Athlete. 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 Okay, remember, hand shapes like this, the letters A, like A, B, C in the alphabet, A. Put them together, not touching, but close. Now alternate, all right? And then go to person, all right? Athlete, all right? Here is the sign for architect. Okay, so it ends in person, all right? Now we just got to worry about the first part, sign. Okay, so the first part looks like this, all right? And then it goes to person. All right, so the hand shapes are going to be the same. We're going to use our thumbs. Put your hand shaped in the letter A, all right, like A, B, C. Here we go, A. Now take the tips of your thumb and we're going to draw with them, all right, or trace in the air, all right? Start here. Now we're going to start to trace the outlines of a box. Once we get to about here, we drop down into person, all right? So we have, all right, so architect, all right? Make sure you turn the corner, put it down, and then drop down to person. All right, from the side. Other side. Architect, all right? Architect. Architect, all right? Let's do it 3 times from the rest position. Sign with me, here we go. Architect. 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 Okay, so remember 2 parts. We have the sign up here and then just drop down into person, all right? How far do you have to go down? Well, just a little ways, all right? Turn the corner because we have the straight out and then we have the corner and then just drop down. No need to go like way down here and then you're down there because it doesn't make sense. All right, so tips of the thumbs from the letter A, all right? Now draw a line, make the corner stop and go down to person, all right? Architect. All right, this was the sign for architect. Let's talk about carpenter. Okay, 2-part sign. The second part is person. All right, so person. First part is literally carpentry. All right, 2 times like this. Okay, so with your non-dominant hand, make a platform. Fingers together, tight together, make a platform, all right? With your dominant hand, make a fist or the letter S. Now turn it so the palm is facing down. Start on the back part of your hand and go forward twice, all right? I don't know if you're familiar with carpentry. There's a tool they use called a plane, all right? And literally it shaves off pieces of or slices of wood to make whatever they're shaving not so wide or not so thick, all right? So it's 1, 2, all right? 1, 2. Okay, so all together it's carpenter. Carpenter. From the side. Other side. Carpenter. All right, from the front once again. Carpenter. All right, let's do it 3 times from the rest position. Sign with me. Here we go. Carpenter. 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 All right, so hand shapes, dominant hand, S, fist, turn it down, palm down. Other hand, platform. Now go twice. 1, 2, down to person. All right, this was the sign for carpenter. Here is the sign for cashier. Okay, did you notice it does not end in person? Okay, so this is one of the few signs on our list that does not end in person. Okay, once again, the cashier. Okay, so we're just going to use your dominant hand. I'm right-handed, all right? Pretend there is a cash register, right? Or a calculator, a computer, or something. But they need to add up the bill, so they're going to type on it to add it up, all right? So the hand position is just going to be using your fingers. Pretend you're typing on a keyboard or on a cash register, cha-ching, 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 right? And you're going to add up the bill, all right? So it's from the side, it's like this, all right? While you're doing it, your hand's kind of making a little circular motion, all right? And then you're pretending that you're tapping on the keys. From this side, okay, from the front once again. All right, so that's the sign for cashier. Let's do it 3 times from the rest position. Here we go. Cashier, cashier, cashier. Okay, so just pretend there's a cash register and we're going to type on it a few times, all right? So this was the sign for cashier. Let's talk about chef. Okay, 2-part sign. You probably saw that it ends in person, okay? The first part is literally cook. All right, so we have cook person. Altogether, it's chef. All right, the first part, we're going to use these hand shapes, all right? Fingers together, tight. I'm right-handed, so with my left hand, I'm going to make a platform, okay? With my dominant hand, I'm going to do face down. The platform is face up, all right? Palm up. All right, so I'm gonna go 1, 2. All right, so that is cook. You put it down, then you flip it over, and that means cook. So now we add it to person, and then we'll have chef. All right, let's do it all together. Chef. From the side, chef. Other side, chef. All right, let's do it 3 times from the rest position. Sign with me. Chef, chef, chef. Okay, remember, first part, hand shapes like this. Non-dominant hand, make a platform, palm face up. Dominant hand, just put it on top. 1, flip it. 2, all right? And then go person, all right? So all together, chef. All right, this was the sign for chef. Let's talk about chiropractor. Okay, so you probably saw it's going to end in person, all right? So we have the sign, then we do person. So here is the sign. Okay, so chiropractor. The hand shapes are kind of like C's, but with some spaces between the fingers. When you regular do a C, it's like that, and there's not space between the fingers. With our hand shapes for chiropractor, just leave a little bit of space between the fingers, all right? So imagine there's a pole, and you're gonna grab it, and then go person, all right? So we're gonna twist a couple times, person, all right? I'm right-handed. I'm gonna put my right hand on top, my non-dominant hand on the bottom, and then I'm gonna start in and go 1, 2, and then person, all right? Chiropractor, from the side, chiropractor, other side, all right? From the front once again. Okay, so let's do it 3 times from the rest position. Let's sign chiropractor. 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 All right, so remember these hand shapes, right? Not so tight together with the fingers. Dominant hand on top, non-dominant hand on the bottom, and just go 1, 2. It reminds me of a salad pepper shaker. Or a pepper shaker, right? Those big long ones, not the little ones, but the long ones where they go quick, quick, and then they put pepper on your salad or your food or whatever. So if it helps you remember, it helps me. Pepper shaker person is like chiropractor, right? So you're manipulating and then person, all right? Like the spine, right? You're manipulating the spine, the back, whatever. Chiropractor. All right, so this was the sign for chiropractor. Let's talk about comedian. All right, 2-part sign. It ends in person. All right, the first part is like this. We're just going to be doing the sign literally for funny person. Okay, so the sign for funny, we're going to use this hand shape. All right, it's like a U, but leave your thumb on the outside. All right, now take the tips and just rub on your nose twice. All right, not a hard rub, just kind of flick twice. Funny. From the side, all right, so this means funny, all right, so all together it's funny person or comedian. All right, let's do it 3 times from the rest position. Here we go. Comedian, comedian, comedian. All right, remember the hand shape for the first part, like this. Put these 2 fingers down, these together, leave the thumb out here, use the tips. Now flick your nose twice. That means funny. All right, so funny person, in other words, comedian. All right, this was the sign for comedian. Let's talk about dentist. All right, so it ends in person, all right? It's literally teeth, person. It doesn't get much more straightforward than that, all right? Teeth, person, All right, so the second part, person. The first part, we're just going to indicate our teeth. All right, so make sure to show your teeth. Going like this would be kind of not useful. Okay, so show your teeth. Now the hand shape is going to be like the letter X. Okay, how do we make an X? Well, start like this. Put the last 3 fingers down, stick your thumb in. Now make a hook like Captain Hook. Use that tip and indicate your teeth. All right, you can actually touch your teeth. Not necessary, but you can just get close to indicate your teeth. This is why it's important to show your teeth. If you're just like, we're not quite clear that you mean your teeth. So, all right, so we have teeth, person. All right, all together it's dentist. From the side, dentist. Other side, dentist. All right, let's do it 3 times from the rest position. Sign with me. Here we go. Dentist, dentist, dentist. All right, 2-part sign. Teeth, person, dentist. Okay, this was the sign for dentist. Let's talk about doctor. Okay, did you notice it did not end in person? Okay, so this is one of our few signs, does not end in person. It has its own specific sign. Once again, doctor. Okay, we're going to use both hands. I'm right-handed, so with my non-dominant hand, for me, my left hand, I'm going to make a platform. The hand shape is like this. Okay, now I'm going to put it here, not perfectly flat, kind of tilted forward, because we want to show our wrist. Okay, why? Because with our other hand, we're going to make this hand shape. Now bend the fingers all together forward a little bit. Now take the tips and tap twice on your wrist. All right? All right, so we have doctor. From the side, doctor. Other side, doctor. Okay, so from the front once again, doctor. Okay, let's do it 3 times from the rest position. Here we go. Doctor. Doctor, doctor. All right, non-dominant hand, make a platform, tilt your wrist up, okay? Dominant hand, like this. Bend the fingers forward a little bit and use the tips and tap twice on your wrist, inside of your wrist. Doctor. All right, this was the sign for doctor. Okay, let's do some practice before the test. What? A test? That's right. Okay, you might want to pay extra attention because this is the test format for the whole course, all right? The material will be different. In this specific testing part, we're only going to talk about Group 1 vocabulary words, but the similar format is the same throughout the course, okay? The first part, you will sign. The second part, I will sign. Now, we're going to do a little practice right now so that you understand. It won't be a surprise once we start it. Okay, so you probably notice this thing over here, the timer. Okay, in this part, it's going to be for 4 seconds. So I'm going to show you something we've already learned from Group 1 vocab in this section, and you sign it before the timer's up. Okay, if you want to pause the video, take your time, you don't remember exactly, that's fine too. Or you can race the timer, up to you. When the timer's up, I will sign it. I will show you the answer. Okay, so let's take a look. What does the first part of testing look like? See that hand down there? That means you're going to sign. So let me show you something. I'll start the timer and you sign. Here we go. Okay, so hopefully you signed architect, right? So that will be the first part where you sign. We have the hand down there. We have the timer over here. But in the second part, let me get rid of the timer. It's gone, all right? And you're going to see that little guy down there with glasses, okay? That means you're going to watch me sign, all right? So I will sign a word. So in this section, this review section, we're just doing Group 1 words. So I will sign the word, and you try to figure out, what is he signing? All right, I'll do it twice. I'll do the sign, go back to rest, and then I'll sign it again. And then I'll show you the answer, okay? So look at me. Try to figure out, what I'm signing. All right, let's do a quick test. Here we go. All right, so what did I sign? I signed dentist. Okay. All right, so those are the two parts. One is where you sign, and the second one is where you watch me. Extra thing, there will be no audio, okay? I will be wearing my glasses. We can call these the testing glasses. I don't know, but I will be quiet, all right? I'm just going to sign, we'll communicate, and we'll do the testing, all right? Let's have a good time. Let's jump in. Prove your skills. In this course, we're going to learn how to sign many variations of this. Aha! Dialogue, right? It has questions, it has answers, it has lots of vocabulary. That's right. So the theme of this course is occupations, right? Job signs in American Sign Language. So we're going to learn a lot of vocabulary. Then after that, we're going to do finger spelling because it's wonderful and useful to be able to finger spell names. Aha! They're part of our sentences, right? We'll learn some other words. We'll add it in with our vocabulary, finger spelling the names, and we'll have complete sentences. Once we have sentences, we can do dialogues because we'll learn how to do questions, answers, put it all together, and we have wonderful dialogues. Yes. As we're going, I will be testing you. Whenever I put my glasses on, that means we're going to have some sort of test. All right? We need to review, make sure you're understanding, and you're able to sign what we've been teaching and what you've been learning. Okay? So let's jump in. What are we waiting for?